The goal of this channel is to help all men of all body shapes, styles, and heights to elevate their style. In today's video, I'm going to tell you 10 ways that men are dressing incorrectly and how you can avoid making the same mistakes. I'm Bill Sweet and welcome to the Dad Bod. Contrary to popular belief, I don't always wear a suit. There are times where I'll do some crazy things for fun, like wearing a suit while mowing the lawn, or going to Dave & Buster's arcade to play video games while wearing a suit, but in general, I do wear more than just suits. However, just like with wearing a suit, there are many people who didn't grow up with somebody to teach them the what to wear with what and when and whys. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the top 10 ways that men are dressing wrong in casual attire and how you can avoid making the same mistakes. Just to make this video a little bit more fun for you guys, we're going to turn it into a game. If you're guilty of doing any of these things, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. If you've never been guilty of any of these things, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right, first up is the shirt. Not everybody knows when to tuck in a shirt and when not to tuck in a shirt. If you're wearing a casual shirt, don't tuck it in. So Henleys, graphic t-shirts, non-graphic t-shirts, don't tuck them in. The only exception to this is when you're wearing a non-graphic t-shirt and it's being used as an undershirt like this. When it's doing that, then you can tuck it in. If you really want to show off your belt while wearing a casual shirt, you can do a kind of a French tuck where you tuck it in just a little bit under the belt and nowhere else. For collared button-down shirts, it depends on the bottom. If the length of the shirt goes past your wrists when your arms are down by your sides, go ahead and tuck it in. This is common with formal shirts that have a straighter hem across the bottom. And for casual shirts, which have a higher rise on the side like this one does right here, it doesn't go down below my wrist, so I'm not going to tuck it in. I'm going to leave it untucked. They're designed for being untucked. Next one is wearing a watch. Ever since they put clocks on cell phones, many people stopped wearing a watch. Men, we don't have as many accessory options as women have. Women have earrings, makeup, necklaces, bracelets, purses, rings, and so on. Our biggest way that we can accessorize is by wearing a watch. Anytime a man leaves the house without wearing one is a missed opportunity. Wearing a watch does two things. It shows your sense of style because you should be matching the leather strap color to your belt and shoes, or the metal strap color to the metal on your belt. And by wearing a watch, you're going to come off as more responsible and reliable. These are two things that you absolutely want people to associate you with. Which brings us to belts and your gig line. A gig line is the line that comes down the center front of your outfit. If you're wearing a shirt with buttons, these buttons need to line up with your pants zipper seam. It needs to be all one line. Your belt can't be center split. It's got to go along that gig line. Don't be like this.
From here on out, anyone without a straight gig line will have to answer to me. Conway, what the hell is this?
Just Sergeant, I guess my gig line needs straightening, huh?
It's weird. My belt holds my pants up, but my pants have belt loops which hold my belt up. I'm not really sure who the real hero is. And another one about belts. Avoid big flashy belts. Unless you're a rodeo cowboy, you don't need to show off with that huge fancy belt buckle. Minimal is best. You don't need that big letter G to show off that you're wearing a Gucci belt. It draws the attention away from you and everything that you've put into your outfit and shifts the focus solely onto your belt. Trust me, stick with a simple belt that matches your outfit and let your outfit as a whole speak for you. Number 5, we're halfway through the list. Again, sticking in the same region of the body. If you're tucking in your shirt, make sure it's tucked in properly. Men will often tuck in their shirt and then loosen it up a bit. Don't do that. It creates this muffin top look that's super unflattering and super sloppy looking. Tuck your shirt in, maybe give it a ½ inch of leeway if you must, and then leave it there. And check on it throughout the day. If you're doing something where you lift your arms up, it's going to pull your shirt up a bit. If you're getting in and out of your car or sitting and standing at a desk, that's going to do it too. Just take a minute to check over yourself and fix your shirt if needed. Many trousers have a material around the inside of the waist to try to help shirts from coming untucked. And another thing that you can use is a type of shirt stays. I used to use those when I was in the military to keep my uniform looking fresh. All right, let's jump away from the midsection and move up to the top with the sunglasses and hat. Just for the record, these are my wife's sunglasses. Mine are in the car. Guys, we should know better. And if you don't, I'm going to let you know right now. The hat, the sunglasses, They come off when you're indoors. When walking inside, you've got about 3 steps to remove your hat and sunglasses before you come off looking a bit douchey. The worst offenders are those who wear a hat and sunglasses at the table. You shouldn't be wearing a hat indoors, but you absolutely shouldn't be wearing one while sitting at a table eating. A quick little bit of advice here. I know many people push their sunglasses up on their head. Don't do this. It's going to get grease on them. It's going to stretch out the legs of the glasses, and it's real easy to lose them. What you should do instead is put it right here on your top button, most top button of your shirt, or whatever you want to do, just don't keep them on your head. You're going to lose them. Okay, guys, especially dads, it's time to get away from those dad jeans. Those loose-fitting, acid-wash things are a remnant of decades past. What you should be wearing is proper-fitting, dark-colored jeans, dark blue or even indigo. They should be straight cut, not loose cut. You're most likely not a 90s skater boy. And you should be able to fit 2 fingers in the waist of your pants. Any more than that, and you need to wear a belt. It should also go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways. They need to be worn at your waist, above your butt. If you're wearing sagging pants, it really just looks like a baby who just dropped a number 2. It's weighing his diaper down and he's running away trying to get away from his parents who are chasing after him to try to change the diaper before everybody thinks that they're a bad parent. Just don't do it. And another thing, especially for us dads, white socks are for the most part unacceptable. Pretty much the only time you can get away with wearing white socks is when you're working out in sneakers. They shouldn't be worn with a suit or especially with, Crocs or sandals. Guys, we can do better. Get yourself some no-show socks, get some black athletic socks, get you some nice classy socks with designs on them. It's really time to ditch the white socks. Number 9 is knowing when to and when not to wear a polo shirt. If you're wearing just a polo shirt with pants, that's fine. Remember to keep it untucked. That was number 5. And unless your name is Leroy Jethro Gibbs from NCIS, you shouldn't be wearing a polo with a jacket or a blazer or even a V-neck sweater. The flimsy collars on polo shirts make it look cheap and tacky. Now, there are some companies that make polo shirts with a firm collar. These you can probably get away with, but avoid the floppy collar polos with pretty much anything else. And then lastly, number 10. Way too often I see guys pulling up their sleeves. This looks like crap. Plus, you're just going to end up spending the rest of the day pulling them back up about every 20 minutes as they slide down. Instead, do it one of these 2 ways. Fold it up to your bicep. Fold it a second time. You can either have it with a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of the cuff showing, or have it flush roll with the cuff that's tucked in. Both ways are going to stay up and they're going to make you look much cleaner and more attractive. All right, how many of these did you already know about and how many of these were new to you? Go ahead and let me know in the comments, and also don't forget that like and subscribe that you owe me. Now, if you're guilty of the dad jeans issue, check out this video right here where I review a clothing from a company called Mott & Bow. They've got some really good looking and great fitting jeans to help you out, and I will see you there.